Hello everyone, you have come to Tata Comic Preview channel. Let read together. Have fun. Yu Shangrong sensed the peculiar wave of energies from Zhang Yuanshan. He smiled faintly and said, interesting. He raised the longevity sword with his right hand and flicked with his thumb. Zing. The longevity sword left its scabbard. Its sword left no trace in its wake. Several energy blades formed before Yu Shangrong. They circled around the longevity sword and dropped. He was merely testing the water. The sword skill was not at all powerful. Whoosh. 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 The energy blades gathered together and shot toward Zhang Yuanshan. Zhang Yuanshan did not move from his spot. Boom. 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 The energy blades struck Zhang Yuanshan's body and dissipated. However, he did not fall. An elite could learn about many things with just a single strike. Yu Shangrong looked down from his high vantage point and said with a disapproving tone, witchcraft? You have sharp eyes. Zhang Yuanshan felt the mighty power contained within his body. But still, he made no moves yet. He had 2 to 3 chances. Therefore, he had to seize the best chance to kill Yu Shangrong. The longevity sword returned and hovered before Yu Shangrong. He glanced at the longevity sword and said, I hope that you'll satisfy my sword. He pushed away from the ground lightly and dove from the green jade altar that towered into the clouds. This was his skill, the snowy mountain. It was named for how the energy blades would fall unceasingly like the snow. They appeared as light as snowflakes but were bitingly cold. Yu Shangrong appeared unruffled. When he brought his sword down, the air around within dozens of meters began to stir, and energy blades appeared around him as he dove down. The energy blades of the snowy mountain along with the longevity sword stabbed Zhang Yuanshan. At this moment, a surge of black energy appeared from where Zhang Yuanshan stood. It rose into the air like black smoke and merged with the energy blades. Yu Shangrong's expression did not change. He felt the force within the black energy. He was slightly confused by it but did not dwell on the matter. Instead, he focused on attacking. Vigor contained within the black energy. He did not dwell upon the slight confusion in his mind. Instead, he focused on attacking. This was the attitude of a sword path elite. They might look ordinary when they were idle, but as soon as they made a move, it would be shocking. He closed the distance of several hundred meters and was upon his target in just a blink of an eye. He brought his sword down. Bam! Zhang Yuanshan did not dodge. Yu Shangrong's blade pierced Zhang Yuanshan's heart. Yu Shangrong's sword that was shrouded with powerful energy wreaked havoc through Zhang Yuanshan's extraordinary 8 meridians. An ordinary cultivator's life would end once their vital organs were injured. However, Zhang Yuanshan only narrowed his eyes and joined his palms together. A peculiar wave of energy surged out of his body like a tidal wave. Whiz! Yu Shangrong activated his 8-leaf avatar and stood atop his golden lotus. The avatar shrunk rapidly as the golden lotus spun before his avatar was sent reeling when the peculiar energy landed on the golden lotus. Boom! Yu Shangrong's avatar disappeared. He hovered in the air in the distance as he looked at Zhang Yuanshan. He murmured, interesting. Zhang Yuanshan's palms trembled slightly, and he calmed himself down. It seemed like he was not satisfied with this attack. He discovered that he had underestimated the sword devil's strength. He said in a croaky voice, interesting? I've challenged many elites in the past from the 9 provinces to the 4 seas. Naturally, there were a few who were quite a challenge. You seem to be one of them now, Yu Shangrong said as he recalled what had just taken place. If he was not experienced in combat and had underestimated his opponent, the peculiar energy would have landed squarely on his chest. Everyone knew that 100 Tribulations Insight avatars possessed high defense abilities. However, very few knew that the greatest defense of the 100 Tribulations avatar didn't lie with its body but the Golden Lotus. Yu Shangrong's Golden Lotus had blocked Zhang Yuanshan's attack. Zhang Yuanshan smacked his chest, dislodging the longevity sword. Then, he held the sword in his hand and tried to break it with his right hand. Bam! A loud noise reverberated in the air as the longevity sword flew out of Zhang Yuanshan's grip toward Yu Shangrong. Yu Shangrong raised his right hand. As though it was sentient, the longevity sword flew right into his grasp. Trying to break my sword with your bare hands? You're dreaming. The longevity sword was one of the best heaven-grade weapons, after all. It had reached perfect harmony with Yu Shangrong a long time ago. It had never been inferior to any weapon that it had met. It was impossible to be broken with one's bare hands. Whoosh! Black energy rose again from Zhang Yuanshan. If one looked closely, one would be able to see that the black energy was actually a dark purple. It was so dark that it seemed black. The plants and trees within several hundred meters of Zhang Yuanshan began to wither. Yu Shangrong was certain that Zhang Yuanshan's body was no longer that of a human. Otherwise, even if Zhang Yuanshan did not die, he would have been severely injured by his snowy mountain technique or longevity sword earlier. However, Zhang Yuanshan was clearly unaffected by his attack. The black energy formed a huge circle that spanned several hundred meters. On the green jade altar, the Nether Sect's disciples could not suppress their curiosities. They walked up to the edge and watched the battle. The two opponents faced each other from a distance. Whiz! Yu Shangrong activated his avatar. The 100-foot avatar was almost as tall as the green jade altar. The Nether Sect's disciples were thoroughly shocked by this sight. The shining golden avatar was extremely intimidating. BZZT. BZZT BZZT. Yu Shangrong's longevity sword vibrated intensely. With a calm expression on his face, he shot toward the horizon, appearing in front of his avatar. An awe-inspiring scene unfolded before everyone's watchful eyes. The avatar's arms seemed to be moving. The Nether Sect's disciples were confused. They had never seen nor heard about avatars with moving body parts. The longevity sword was wrapped by a powerful energy, and a massive energy blade appeared. The avatar held the energy blade between its hands. This is my original sword skill, merging my avatar and my sword. I haven't thought of a name for it yet. Swoosh. The avatar brought its arms down. The huge energy blade slashed at Zhang Yuanshan. At the critical juncture, Zhang Yuanshan swung the rope in his hand, lifting the corpse up. He had used the corpse against the energy blade. All of a sudden, the withered corpse suddenly opened its eyes, and powerful energy surged out of it. Meanwhile, a black avatar in an upside-down position clashed with the energy blade. Boom! One of the Nether Sect's disciples on the green jade altar exclaimed, "Fiend Zen." However, this was clearly more than just Fiend Zen. Yu Shangrong frowned as he retreated with his avatar. He knows how to defend himself using his golden lotus? It seemed like he had been too careless. Zhang Yuanshan had copied his move. As he retreated, he saw the corpse's eyes were still open and it had joined its palm together. Die! Zhang Yuanshan cried out. This was his second chance. The black avatar flew out swiftly with the lotus in tow. Nobody had ever witnessed such a technique before. Where could they have seen someone battling by tying a corpse to the end of the rope and to use it as a weapon? Don't. Disregard. Me, Zhang Yuanshan said stiltedly as he stomped his feet, shooting up into the air like a fired arrow. The corpse flew along with him. Along with the avatar, they formed a vertical formation. Mr. Second. The Nether Sect's disciples cried out in worry. Yu Shangrong was sent flying back at an extremely fast speed. In just an instant, his figure could no longer be seen from the green jade altar.